Hey guys, what's up? It's Mark back here with Bygone Gaming. Um, so today we're going to try a new type of video. I got a new product in the mail from a company that is really dedicated to preserving video game history. I love their drive for it. They just have a really good way of showing that they care about the retro gaming community. And so I'm going to do a review for their product, not because I have to, not because I'm obligated, but because I want to. And this is a pretty neat little feature that they have here. So today we're going to be reviewing the Gameboy Operator, and I'll get more into that in just a second. So it's Mark with Bygone Gaming. Let's get started. So, if you were anything like I was, when I first heard about this, the thing that I thought was, what in the world is the Game Boy Operator? And, that was the first thing. I went to their website and I saw this price tag. I was like, okay, 50 bucks is 50 bucks, but I guess I'll splurge for it. But then I saw it also supported Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, all three. So you can see by the picture here, it's got a pretty sleek design. So obviously you're going to use it like a cartridge slot for your computer. Pretty much you can just use emulate. Like I said, this thing is very open source, very pro retro gaming. This company had a lot of application in mind when they designed this, and it can also run on Windows, Mac, and Linux. You can also back up your saves, and the cool thing to me is you can use your Game Boy camera and upload those pictures for whatever it's worth to your computer. The homebrew option is kind of cool as well. I'll have to look deeper into that. I'd love to look at some and play some Game Boy homebrew, something I haven't really done before. And also, this is the most interesting feature of all of them to me, is counterfeit cartridge detection. Now, everybody has seen those piracy things where you can pretty much buy a copy of any pirated Game Boy game on eBay, any online selling site. So to have that as a collector, that I can very much appreciate that. So we can obviously see that this thing has some pretty heavy hitting features. I mean, for such a small little device, it's got a lot packed in it for a device that wants to conserve media like that. So this is just a pretty cool little device. So let's open it up and check out what's inside. Alrighty, so let's take a look. I'll try to save the box here for myself. And ta-da! Alrighty. So first of all, we got a little card here. Revisit your childhood favorites. Is this setting up your Game Boy Operator? So we'll look at those in just a second, because I believe we're going to have to download some software. We have a USB-C cable that comes included. And we've also got the actual device itself. Now this thing is pretty cool. I like how they went with the little futuristic clear case design, exposing the motherboard, and has a nice rubber backing on it so it doesn't slip off of your desk or workspace or wherever you have it. So let's get this thing to the computer and let's get some software downloading. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's download the software that we need here. Alright, let's go to Downloads. Let's go to Windows, because we're using a Windows computer. Wait for it to set up. Alrighty, so we've got it downloaded here, so let's see what we're going to do now. So I'm going to open this up. This is my first time doing this, so I'm excited to see what we get to unveil right here. Alrighty guys, so we have our Game Boy Operator here, so we're going to go ahead and plug it in, and we're going to use my game of choice today, which is The Legend of Zelda, and how much more original can you get for the Game Boy? So anyway, let's give this thing a plug, and let's see if we can't make some emulator magic happen here. Nice. So it looks like it's immediately going to detect it. It looks like I'm going to have to open it myself, which isn't a big deal. Alright, so it's telling me to insert a cartridge. Let's see if I can get this one. Awesome. It just popped up. So, let's go ahead and see what all this has on it. So now I'm going to switch over to my computer, and we're going to take a look at what all comes inside of this application and inside the Game Boy. So, as you can see here, I've got The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening into the Game Boy Operator. It's kind of cool because if you see right here, it shows official cartridge, and it either checks which box, official or read-only. Read-only meaning it would be a reproduction. But this is a legit copy. It also has the description, which is kind of cool, a USA, Europe, and it even has the motherboard revision, which is kind of cool. I can also come down here and configure my gamepad controls. So I can configure this as if it were, give me just a second, I can configure this as if I were playing the Game Boy, and I can also view my keyboard controls, which is kind of cool. So anyway, over here on the data tab, I can take a look, and it will also show me, it will actually keep track of my progress for me as I work my way through this game, store the data on my computer, and create a digital replica of the collection, which is kind of cool. I can also download and upload my saves up here in the corner, and this tab looks like it is probably still in development, but it shows the Photos tab. So hopefully they will release an ability to be able to use that. But anyway, this thing looks like it is going to be really, really cool. So let's go ahead and launch and see what all we're getting into here. Save that I have actually had on my Game Boy. This is an earlier one that I had, so this is pretty cool. This doesn't look too bad for emulation. Actually, it looks pretty good for emulation. I'm very impressed. Alrighty, so my takeaways from this are as follows. Number one, Epilogue, when they created this thing, they created it with history in mind. I think it's very important that we conserve these games for the generations to come. And they did it, and this is my second takeaway, they did it in a minimalistic design. This thing does not take up hardly any space in my collection, but yet it's such a powerful reminder that we always need to remember those games. You know, sometimes we just tend to forget about Nintendo games sometimes. Sometimes they just get shoved in a cheap little emulator and we just play them and we forget about, you know, what went on in the game, you know, how the game was created, the circumstances that, you know, were surrounding that game. So anyway, I think it's very important that we don't forget that. So anyway, if you haven't got one of those, you know, maybe you're a Game Boy buff, maybe you're a Nintendo buff, or just a retro gamer in general, I encourage you to go check out their website. They also have a SNES operator. Super Nintendo, and it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Like I said, that hasn't been a lot. They've just kind of teased it for right now. But anyway, as usual, go to my description. I've got some helpful links down there. I've got the link to the website for this. They're currently in their third wave of pre-orders. They said they should be shipped by December. I ordered mine during the second wave in June, and I got it in August. So to give you a time frame reference. But anyway, I've also, in my description, I've also included my Instagram link. I've got a lot of great fellow followers over there. I'm building a really good community on there. Still love the original Xbox, woohoo! Still my favorite console. Hopefully I'll be able to upload some more videos of that. I've got some snippets, got some pieces of history, got some pieces of video gaming history to be specific, and hopefully I'll get back on that. But anyway, I'm Mark with Bygone Gaming. That's all I got for today. So as usual,